Ho, 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 ho.
Hello? Is that you, Papá Noel?
Mr. White from the American school, my old friend.
Oh, it is. I'm so glad to talk to you. It's me, David White from the American school. How are you today?
I'm so happy to hear from you. Right? Uh-huh. You would like me to tell a story to the kids in the school on Zoom? Oh, of course I can do that for you, my old friend. How's about the true story of Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer?
Oh, thank you, Papá Noel. I really do appreciate this. The kids are going to love hearing the story about Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Have a wonderful Christmas. Bye.
Okay, let me get my book about the story when Rudolph saved Christmas. This story happened many, many years ago in the magic kingdom in the North Pole. Miss Claus and I have lived here for hundreds of years with our elves and our reindeer. I remember this one very special year. We were very busy as always, organizing everything for Christmas. Mrs. Claus and I have thousands of elves who each year help us by building the millions of presents that we need for the children of the world. This is a very special time of the year at the North Pole, and we all enjoy sharing the spirit of Christmas together. But this one year, Christmas was going to be very different, because this one cold winter night, a special little reindeer was born, and his name was Rudolph. Over the years, it became obvious that Rudolph was very different to the other reindeer, for he had a big, bright, red nose. Rudolph was very confused because he didn't understand why he was so different to everybody else. All of the other reindeer knew that Rudolph was different, and whenever he saw them, they would tease him and make fun of him because of his big red nose. This made Rudolph very sad because nobody wanted to be his friend or to play with him. Poor Rudolph felt very lonely. He just wanted to be like all of the other reindeer and to be able to help me and Mrs. Claus with Christmas. But he didn't think that this would happen because nobody liked him or his big, bright, red nose. He was very sad and always felt all alone and unloved. But Rudolph was about to find out that tonight things for him would change forever. It was Christmas Eve, and I was getting my reindeer ready to fly so that we could give presents to the children all around the world. Some of the elves were working very hard, making the final gifts for me to deliver to the children, while other elves were filling the final sacks and loading my sleigh ready for me to fly. On Christmas Eve, everyone works really hard, and everything has to be 100% organized. I walked around and checked my sleigh to make sure that all of the presents were packed and ready, and that my reindeer were all connected and ready to fly. Everything had to be perfect, otherwise there could be mistakes and Christmas could be a disaster. Mrs. Claus always helps to prepare the sleigh for my journey. "Are you ready?" she asked me. "Yes, I am almost ready," I said. I just have to put on my uniform and I will be ready to fly. When I came back, I was dressed and ready to fly around the world, delivering presents to the children of the world. I had a new suit that year, and Mrs. Claus told me that I looked very handsome. All of the elves were very happy because they had finished their work and we were all ready to create the magic of Christmas. I was saying goodbye to Mrs. Claus when all of a sudden Ronald, my supervisor elf, came in and told us that there was a big problem. He said that there was a terrible snowstorm all over the world and that it would be impossible for me to fly. The reindeer won't be able to see where they are flying and you could get lost, he told us. Now this was a real disaster because we had never missed Christmas before. Mrs. Claus was very, very worried and asked me what we were going to do. We couldn't cancel Christmas. That would be terrible for all the children of the world. When I looked out the window, I could see lots of fog and snow, and it was very, very windy. I had never seen a storm this bad before, and I was very worried because it would have been impossible to fly. But then I had an idea, and I told Mrs. Claus and the elf that I knew exactly what we had to do. I remember that Mrs. Claus was a bit confused, and she asked me what idea I was thinking about. So I told her that we have a special little reindeer whose name is Rudolph, and that he had a big, bright, red nose. And that I think he could help us to fly tonight. But how could a little reindeer with a big, bright, red nose help you to fly, she asked. I told her that I had an idea, so we went to talk to Rudolph to see if he would like to help us to save Christmas this year. Ho, 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 ho. Hello, Rudolph, I said. This year, we have a terrible snowstorm and we may have to cancel Christmas. But I have an idea, and I think you can help us to save it. Let me explain my idea to you. Rudolph looked at me very confused. How could I help you, Santa? I am only a little reindeer, asked Rudolph. Well, Rudolph, I would like you and your big, bright red nose to glide my sleigh on our journey around the world tonight. I remember that Mrs. Claus was very worried about my idea, and she asked me if I really thought that Rudolph could do this. Yes, I'm sure that he can, I told her. He is a strong young reindeer, and his big, bright red nose can light our journey so that we can see where we must fly. Rudolph was very happy, but he was also very scared and nervous about my idea. Rudolph looked at all the other reindeer who had been flying with me for many years. They were all so experienced, and he didn't know how he could lead them through the storm tonight. I told Rudolph not to worry, because I had complete faith in him, and that everything would be okay. Ronald and Mrs. Claus got Rudolph ready to fly, and they put him at the front of all the other reindeer. When Rudolph was ready, I got into my sleigh and I talked to all of my reindeer. Okay, guys, tonight we have a terrible storm all over the world, and it will be very hard for us to fly and see. But with Rudolph and his big, bright red nose, I think that we will be able to see where we are going and deliver all of the Christmas presents to the children of the world. When we were ready and it was time to leave, I called to all of my reindeer. Let's go, Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Dunder and Blitzen, and of course, Rudolph, who will show us the way tonight. The reindeer ran faster and faster until we came to the edge of the magic valley, and we all started to fly up, higher and higher into the air as we started our journey around the world. Rudolph was doing an excellent job at the front of the sleigh, leading all of the reindeer through the storm. The fog was very thick, the wind was strong, and the snow was very heavy. It was very hard for Rudolph and all of the reindeer to see where they were going. And then, Rudolph's big, bright red nose started to glow, just like magic. And we could see exactly where we were flying. It was just like a Christmas miracle. With Rudolph's big, bright red nose, we could see everything, and Christmas was saved. That night, we flew and flew and flew, delivering millions of presents to children all around the world. Christmas and the spirit and love that it represented was saved. It was the perfect night, and Rudolph and his big, bright red nose saved for all of the children of the world. When we finished, and we returned to the Magic Kingdom at the North Pole, I thanked Rudolph for all of his help and for saving Christmas. And I asked him if he would like to lead my sleigh every Christmas. Rudolph became the most famous reindeer in the world and the new hero of Christmas. And the other reindeer never made fun of him or his big, bright red nose ever again. And now, every Christmas, when the children of the world look out of their windows looking for Santa, they might be lucky enough to see Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer guiding my sleigh around the world. So that is a story of how Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer saved Christmas and became the most famous reindeer in the world.
Ho, 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 ho. I hope that everybody enjoyed the true story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And remember to always keep the spirit of Christmas and generosity in your heart. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody in the American school. Ho, 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 ho.
Ho, 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 ho.